So this morning I was sitting here preparing my heart and mind for service, and I was doing my meditation, going through my Bible, reading, and something keeps on jumping out to me, and it's been jumping out to me for over a year.
Where is the money? You still posting God devotionals? I done told you yesterday we don't give a about no devotionals, baby. We want to know what you did with these people money and why you stealing so much. And all types of shit just coming out the woodworks on you. Now I'm hearing that you are charging people who are supposed to have $0 rent. You're actually having them cash app you their rent when they ain't supposed to be paying nothing. That's crazy. And you a minister? Lord, will a man rob God?
Lord have mercy. They looking up her criminal record and can't find it. Cause that ain't her real name. Come to find out, they met on social media and Leandra jumped in her DMs and wanted to take her out. This sound like some single white females.
I'm telling you. Then, let me go down here because I see people come in saying this. Then the bitch got on here, bulldagging bitch. Got on here and talking about some, yes, in the God name it. You on here reading scripture, where the f*** that money at, bitch? Where is the money, Leandra? And then, hold on, Leandra not even her motherfucking name.
Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about this Leandra and Raychandra story that has been buzzing all over Facebook. Originally started buzzing on TikTok and made its way to Instagram and all of the things, all of the socials that you can gossip on. Child, we was talking about this story. Now, prior to this making news, I had no idea who they were, but allegedly, before I found out who they were prominent. They were a prominent couple, supposed to have all this money, live in luxury, popular influencers. The stud of the relationship, who turned out to be a finesser and a scammer, or alleged finesser and scammer. She was is also a minister, and she be preaching the word, child. Whole time her wife is alleging that she was keeping the money for the rent, alleging that she was just not who she presented to be. Later, people start saying that her name wasn't her name, and it just was a whole lot of. Well, her wife first went to social media and she took to her TikTok to announce that they were divorcing.
Hey y'all, so this video is going to be a little different. I have debated on how to say this, when to say it, do I need to say it? But I just have to. With the holidays coming up and you all are already inboxing and commenting, things are going to look a little different around here. Me and Leandra are no longer together. I filed for divorce last week. I'm not going to explain now. I will talk about it when I feel like talking about it.
So she went to announce that they were divorcing, and a lot of people were like, wait, like, you guys are goals. You're the perfect couple. Like, how can you be breaking up? Hopefully you can work through it, yada, 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 which prompted the woman to then say, you know what? Let me just air it all out while y'all thinking everything that glitters is gold, okay? Because it's not.
And I know y'all gonna be like, no, you shouldn't take it to social media. It's not worth it. It is. August 30th. I need you to write that down, okay? August 30th, I'm backing out of the driveway, me and Jayla. Jayla says, Mama, what's that on the front door? I said, I don't know. We get out, go get it off the door. It's a fucking eviction notice on my front door, August 30th. I call Leandra and I say, what the fuck is this on the door? She said, I don't know. It must be a mistake. No, we didn't buy this house. This house is rented. Okay, the house is rented by a black couple and they follow us on social media. So how embarrassing. Same day we're leaving. I got two gigs. I got 2 gigs in Atlanta that I got to go to Labor Day weekend. My stomach is killing me because I can't leave for Atlanta with this fucking eviction notice on the door. We get to Atlanta. I do both of my gigs. I come back from Atlanta September 5th. I say, have you talked to the people? What is this eviction notice about? She says, I haven't heard from them. Okay, September 5th. September 6th, I get up and get dressed and go to the rental office. I go to Remax office. I had to sit across from this man while he prints off all this stuff and tells me what's been going on for the past 11 months. Because we ain't been in the house a year. I sent Leandra the funds on August 15th. I pay my boutique rent on the 1st. I pay my house rent on the 15th, plus late fees, okay? I sent Leandra my money August 15th, okay? Not only did she not go online and make the payment, she waited until August 21st to take them a check. August 24th, the check bounced. This is the third NSF charge. Third NSF. So the people file eviction because they sick of asking for their money. This is me, September 6th, sitting across from this man in the rental office telling me this. I'm in tears. Why? Because y'all already know my story. I've already been homeless. So I asked the man, I say, what do you need me to do right now, sir? He said, I need you to pay September rent. I go to the bank. I get $2,700 out the bank. Okay, $2,700 that I just earned in Atlanta. I take it to them. He says, I'm not sure if they're going to let you stay. This is September 6th. I had to pay $2,000 rent and 2 court costs because this was not the first time that they had filed eviction on us. This is the first time I caught it. April or May, there was another NSF. So I say to him, could you please include me since I've been left out? Because as you all know, Leandra's a property manager. So the last 3 houses we've been in, she has found those houses. I let her pay. I send her my half. She's supposed to pay the bills. The man texted me at 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday, September 6th, and said, unfortunately, the $2,700 that you just gave us, the owners still want to move forward with eviction. Unless you all are out the house by September 30th, it's going on your credit report. Speaking of credit report, on the way to Atlanta, she tells me, oh, by the way, I have defaulted on the loan that you co-signed on in 2021. I said, excuse me, you mean the loan that you gaslit me into signing for? Because I don't co-sign for bitches. I don't co-sign for nobody. My children either. I said, so when the last time you made a payment on the loan, Leandra? She said May, June. It's September. Okay. Now you're with my credit.
All right. So I just had to pause the tea real quick to ask, have you liked the video? Have you shared the video? I mean, I know I'm a couple days late with the tea, but y'all didn't get my opinion on it yet, okay? So like the video, share the video, and make sure you are following me on my other platforms. Most importantly, head on over to my Facebook because we about to turn up on Facebook, okay? Facebook.com/neekatnight, period.
Here we go. Me sitting outside my boutique crying at 9:30 at night because this man has told us that we have to move. And then he says, oh, by the way, the sewer and water bill is more than 90 days past due. That balance will have to be paid also. This is in the group chat that I've never been in before. I say, OMG. Do you know what Leandra put in that group chat, y'all? She simply said, what's past due? ? You heard what the he said. Why would you put that in the doggone group? You heard what he said. He said, we got to move out and the water and sewer bill is more than 90 days past due. I shut down. I ain't talked to her for 2 days. I still ain't talked to her. So Friday, September 8th, I'm packing to leave for New York Fashion Week because I get paid to do what the fuck I do. I'm packing for New York Fashion Week and she is talking about, I don't want to go another day with you mad at me and we not talking. I said, Leandra, my mama gambled away my money and I ended up homeless living in Louisville, Kentucky. And I didn't speak to my mama for over a year. You want me to speak to you after 48 hours, less than 48 hours of finding out that we getting evicted? Are you dumb? I'm not talking to you. The first time I left Leandra was December of 2021. I went and stayed in a hotel for a few days because she lied about the dining room table. She told me that her mama gifted us the dining room table in January of 2021. December 2021, I get a knock at my door from Rent-A-Center to repo a fucking table. Now, I'm all over the internet. I could buy 14 fucking tables, but you rented a table and lied about a damn table. Why? Who does that? I said, when I came back, Leandra, if you lie to me again, I'm leaving. That was 2021. Now, here we are back in 2023. I'm sitting at the airport. The rental property that she applied for, because we got to move, denied us. So then I called my best friend. I said, best friend, this is what is going on. She says to me, well, friend, do you know that Leandra borrowed $1,000 from me and my wife? What? I said, when? When did she borrow $1,000 from my best friend? She said, about a month before y'all got married. She said that y'all needed money for finish paying for your dress and some other stuff. I said, my daddy bought my dress. I was on say yes to the dress. You think they gonna let me walk out of Kleinfeld owing them? They said they thought I knew. They didn't know that I didn't know that she borrowed money from my friends. Yes, she told me that they gifted us $1,000. She did not say that she borrowed $1,000 from my friend. It took her a year and a half to pay them back. And they see us out here living our lives and feeling some type of way because my wife owes them money and I don't know it. So now I'm livid. The next day I get up, I go to the boutique. I'm talking to my friend Ashley at the boutique. I'm telling her I'm about to be homeless again and all the other shit that I found out. And you know what she says to me? She says, well, friend. I said, well, friend, what? Leandra owes me money from June. I say, what? She says she owes me money from June. I said, for what? She says, when her bishop came down, they stayed at the Airbnb upstairs above the boutique, and I haven't been paid. So then I get on the phone and I call Leandra's bishop and I say, hey, my friend Ashley says her and her husband hasn't been paid from the Airbnb stay when y'all came down. She said, let me send you the screenshot. She hung the phone up and sent me the screenshot. They sent Leandra that money June 26th. So if you sent the money June 26th, then why hasn't my friend Ashley been paid for the Airbnb stay? Where's the fucking money? Every time I talk to somebody, she owes them money. My brother has been cash apping Leandra his rent for the past 12 months because he lives on that property. I said, what, Morris? He said, yeah, for the past year. So y'all tell me, do y'all think that Leandra is going to go to the ATM machine or anywhere and withdraw that money, get a money order, and run it through the system? Because she can't run it through as herself because she works there. But it's the fact that you're accepting federal money through your personal cash app. I'm in a bad Tubi movie, y'all. So the bishop calls me back and she says, hey, Rashonda, did you get the screenshot of the payment that I sent? I said, yes. She said, I wanted to talk to you about something. When you all were in Atlanta back in July after Essence for the convocation, another bishop came up to me from LA and said, hey, Bishop, I see that Leandra is now at your church. Just know that she stole money from our church in LA. Did she tell you that, Rashonda?
Okay, so as you see that, she's basically explaining how everything went down, how she found out that they were getting this eviction notice, how she said that this was the second time that they had a notice on the door, how she found out that the woman was borrowing money from her friends, and how she found out that even the church was, feeling some type of way about it. And it just was a whole heap in situation. Now, the first thing that was a red flag to me that I kind of was like, wait, huh? While she was airing out her finesser, lover, wife, partner, whatever. While she was airing her out and while she was explaining this whole rent thing, a part that stood out to me was the fact that she kind of happily glossed over the fact that she said that she would pay her rent for her business on the 1st, and then she would pay her rent for her house, or she thought she was paying her rent for her house on the 15th, plus late fees. And that's how they were doing it every month. And regardless of if the finesser was paying or not, that whole wait until the 15th every single month is problematic for a landlord. That in itself is something that a landlord would warrant an eviction.
Because we ain't been in the house a year. Okay? So, I sent Leandra the funds on August 15th. I pay my boutique rent on the 1st. I pay my house rent on the 15th, plus late fees. Okay? I sent Leandra my money.
So the fact that she kind of glossed over that part like it was no big deal. Like, yeah, I pay my property on the 1st, and then I pay my rent late with late fees every month, but I thought she was paying it and she wasn't paying. I'm like, wait. We just gonna gloss over the fact that you are a 6-figure earner and you talk about having all this money and you say how you still got all this money and y'all gotta have late fees at all? Like, why weren't both things being paid if you're a 6-figure earner and you got all this money? Like, that right there made me think that both parties kind of, what's happening here? What's happening? But, you know, not to say that Leandra or whatever her name is, because they said that ain't even her name, wasn't foul. All of that was foul in itself. But that part kind of stuck out to me. Then another part that stuck out to me, because everybody dragging Leandra, child, whoever she is, Shirley, Leandra, whatever they saying her name is. So she then talked about, another thing that kind of stood out to me was the fact that she mentioned how she had these best friends and they were her really good friends, and her really good friends were doing money transactions with her partner, but she had no idea about it.
So then I called my best friend, right? I said, best friend, this is what is going on. Okay. She says to me, well, friend, let me tell you, do you know that Leandra borrowed $1,000 from me and my wife? What? I said, when?
And for me, that was kind of odd, because I have friends and I have best friends, like really good friends, and I'm cool with their partners as well. But any type of money transaction or any type of deal, like business, I'm going to run it by my friend that's what's going on with their partner, because that just seems a little shady. So that was another thing that was kind of like, huh? Like, either they not your friends, or maybe we're giving associates the friend title. I don't know. I call my friends. I call associates, and I call people that I know. So when I say a person is my friend, that's my friend, that's my dog. I'll call you, you know, like if I got a man, you know the boundaries. If you got a man, I know the boundaries. We all cool, kumbaya, and everything like that. So that was one of the things that kind of was like, okay, so is there a misuse of the word friend, or was these like what's happening here? Like that was odd to me too. Now back to Leandra. Now Leandra knows she wrong, because after all of this stuff has been revealed, she is just acting like she is just Bible thumping every day, opening up and doing these dialogues, knowing that the allegations are the allegations, and she just acting like she just minister of the week, giving her daily monologue every single day, like people want to hear it. Like, what's tea? We don't want to hear that.
The question I want to ask you this morning is, will you trust that God is good even when life is not? What I've come to understand on this Christian journey is that to give thanks, we must realize that as Christians, that God is in control of all circumstances that surround our lives, both good and bad. One thing I know for sure is that the heart of worship is surrender. And surrender is an unpopular word. It's a hard word, and it's disliked just as much as the word submission.
Girl, we don't give a damn. Where's Ray money? And why the hell y'all got her evicted? And why the hell you been stealing from the church and your ass done been in jail? We don't want to hear that shit.
Now, fast forward from that, you can find all of those cringe TikToks on her TikTok, Leandra Lockhart or whatever. After all of this tea was spilled, there was somebody who came forward to say that she not only was possibly not paying the bills with her wife, but that she possibly was also creeping. Now, I cannot confirm nor deny. This is Twitter gossip, and this is what they are saying. I'm going to play for y'all the footage of the woman coming forward saying that not only did she finesse the wife, but she also allegedly was cheating as well.
In shambles.
Okay, so basically, I had said that I was a former tenant in Guardian Court. My address was 6108 Apartment 8 and then 6105 Apartment 5. I had proof in my iPhone 6 of multiple cheating occasions with multiple different people about infidelity. I seen Miss Rashonda for the very first time pull up in a truck. Seen her and Miss Leandra hug. After that, I've been trying to find her social media. Never knew she was famous on TikTok. Finally got myself a TikTok founder. I inboxed her. I'm like, hey, here's my number. I'm pretty sure she didn't get it because we were not automatically friends. But I definitely did reach out multiple times. I said, hey, here's my number. Hey, Miss Lashandra's cheating on you. Can you please inbox me back just to see if it's really, you know what I'm saying, so we can speak on it, whatever, this, that, and the third. But without even the cheating, Miss Leandra has done some very questionable things to the apartment complex. That's why I'm on Miss Rashonda's side to the day I die. I don't care, because I done dealt with Miss Leandra firsthand. That lady, she, the manipulative type. She's something different. And there's been on 1,000 occasions. Okay, so let me just drop a name real quick, or an address rather, because I don't really know the lady's name. 61 Apartment 8 in that building. That's who she was messing with.
Now,
She
hold
had,
on. Are you saying apartment A like Apple or the number 8?
Eight's
Okay.
like great. And that's what she was messing with. My house was in the same building. Terrence lives across the street. He's done seen it. We had Desiree and Kiana. Everybody that lives out there, everybody knows. It's like a high school all over again. I'm pretty sure Miss Rashonda can even testify to that. It's like a high school. It's a whole bunch of nothing but young kids and some crackheads that walk around all day. And that's why I said I believe her. And I'm pretty sure y'all need to come up off her case about this credit report, because don't nobody sit on their phone all damn day looking at a credit report. Miss Leandra done did this lady wrong, and I know she's right because she's been dead wrong for years. I'm still trying to get my paperwork together to sue this lady. I've done had video proof. I done had picture proof. When her and her maintenance man walked into my house and I was butt ass naked. Excuse my language on this live. I'm sorry. I was butt naked, okay? Pregnant. And they stood in my doorway and stood there. Leandra, too, stood there. I'm like, can you leave? Well, I'm scrambling around trying to get a towel. She did not leave. So I called the police.
What was they there for? What did they come for?
Because she had to go look at air filters or something. Never left a notice.
What did they come for?
Because she had to look at air filters. She never left a notice on nobody's door or nothing. They would just open people's doors all the time. And that's where me and her used to get into it, because Guardian Court was not my first apartment or my first rodeo.
And throughout all of these allegations, she's still Bible thumping on Twitter every day. Now, what also stood out to me is the fact that she's acting like she finally just realized that the woman been dissing her child this whole time. Now, I understand that there are certain things that we don't realize, but I have a hard time believing that somebody is taking jabs at your child and you don't notice it until after everything blew up in your face. Here's her talking about it and how her child came to her about it later.
I didn't know that. I knew that. I thought, this is my thought, because all my other children never had a problem with Leandra. I really thought, because me and Jayla are so close, that she just didn't want me to be with anybody, right? But I didn't know the little jabs she was taking at Jayla when she's walking, when I'm not there, or the things she would say to her. And I'm gonna tell you why I didn't know. I'm gonna tell you what came to light. Okay, on that drive to Atlanta, when she told me that she defaulted on the loan that I co-signed for, she said, I also want to talk to you about Jayla. And I said, what is it? She said, I went into Jayla's hair room to get something out the closet, and I saw that she had my hair gel on her desk. I politely told her, if you need anything, Jayla, just ask. That's what she said. And then I said, well, what's the problem? She said, well, Jayla responded and said, I don't like the way that you're talking to me. I said, well, LaShondra, this is us driving to Atlanta, y'all. So I said to LaShondra, let me see the text message. Let me see what you sent her. LaShondra directly said to me, well, I don't feel like I got to show you.
Hold on, pause. LaShondra approached your daughter in her room and said, hey, you got my hair gel. If you want to browse something, let me know. How did it switch over to text message?
No, she texted her this. She's telling me what she said to Jayla. So I said, let me see the text message then. And she says, I don't feel like I need to show you. So I said, cool. This is me riding to Atlanta. I just dusted it off. I said, cool. I text Jayla and said, send me the screenshot of exactly what she said to you. 5:30 a.m. in the morning, she texts Jayla and says, where's my phone? Hold on.
I'm not one of them, baby. Pause.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It's the text message is from 5:30 in the morning. It says, please stay out of our room and out of our things. Had I came into your room and touched your stuff, you would have told your mama that LaShondra's been in my room touching my stuff. So stay out of my room and stay out of my stuff.
Oh.
That's not what you told me that you said to Jayla.
Right.
You said you politely asked her, told her that if she need anything, just let you know.
This whole situation is a hot mess, especially being like the whole thing about like now you out in the streets whole time. This possibly ain't even really the girl name. So if that's really not her name and her name really isn't LaShondra and you met her as LaShondra and you married her as LaShondra, would that then make the whole wedding void? Like, if y'all really wasn't married under the real name, wouldn't that make the marriage in itself a fake marriage and you're able to get out of that? How does that work? Y'all let me know. But it's a fly in the buttermilk on both sides, if I'm being honest, because I was raising my eyebrows on both sides of the coin like, this is crazy. Y'all definitely need to start doing background checks on y'all partners. And as I say that, I need to make a note to self, do a background check on the man you hunching right now. Okay, especially if y'all are in a situation where the person is around your kids. Y'all need to make sure that whoever y'all are hunching on, you doing background checks and all of that, because what's tea? What's really going on? But y'all know how social media do. Anytime there's any type of allegations of fraud, any type of allegations of scamming, y'all know the people on TikTok, Twitter, and all of the socials is going to do whatever they can to find out the tea. They over here trying to look up her record, and whole time they can't look it up because they saying that ain't the name. But then it's just supposed to have this long rap sheet. It's just like, what's happening here? Now, the lady that I played a clip of trying to drop tea, she is not done dropping tea. She still wants the world to know that she feels like LaShondra is shady, and she dropped some voice recordings that was allegedly LaShondra and an encounter that they had. Now, before I play that, I'm going to show y'all some of the type of TikToks where LaShondra talks about how she deals with her tenant, and then I'm going to play more from this disgruntled tenant who had a little bit more to say.
What, Ray?
LaShondra, this cup and this shirt.
What's wrong with it? I had court this morning and I won.
LaShondra, you gotta stop evicting people, LaShondra.
They gotta pay attention and do what they're supposed to do.
Don't boop out on me.
If you wanna be somebody.
Oh my God.
You wanna go somewhere.
Sing, Pooh.
You better wake up and pay attention.
That's what the song says.
So if you want to be somebody, and if you want to stay where you want to stay, you want to have a roof over your head, you better wake up, pay attention, follow the rules and regulations that have been given to you, signed off on, and you won't worry. You ain't ever got to worry about me.
LaShondra.
What?
People need places to stay.
They do, babe. And you know, I offer grace. As a matter of fact, there's one that I got, judgment on today. Like, I have been trying to, you know how my heart is. I don't want to put nobody out.
I know.
But we've been doing this for over a year and a half, 2 years. What's happening?
That's true, babe.
So now you're taking advantage of my kindness. Now you're taking advantage of grace, kind of like we do God.
LaShondra, don't get deep this morning.
Kind of like we do God. We take advantage of grace and all that other stuff.
Now, I don't know which tenant she was talking about, but let's go to the tenant that is spilling tea, and she wanted to expose some more. This is the one who came forward and said that LaShondra was creeping and all of that. Let's see what she had to say and some more of her receipts on TikTok. Now, all of this is alleged. She's alleging that it's Leandra on the tape. She alleging that this is a situation that happened. Allegedly. Now, let me roll it.
Come on. Come back. You gotta scoot over. There you go. Go, Laura. Hey. Yeah. I'm actually not supposed to wear them because I'm pregnant and I'm high risk. Is it required to wear it in here? Because I have a doctor's note for it.
To not wear a mask?
Yeah, because I'm so high risk. I pass out from them because you're breathing in so much CO2.
Even with the COVID one, they rather you breathe in CO2 than COVID-19.
Swear to God.
Just take it.
just take it.
Yeah. Just like hold it if you feel like it's gonna be a lot.
Can you do me a favor? Can you print me off a copy of my lease?
I can't do it right now.
Do you know when I'll be able to pick it up? And do you know who moved those mattresses out? Because I had somebody coming to try to move them. So will I be charged for that? Is Miss Leandra here? Oh, okay. Hold on, Laura. No, we can't go back there. Yeah, you cannot go back there. Come here. Come here. Get some keys. Come here. Come on. Oh. Yeah, this is the office. That's what this is. Office. Oh, here's got a pink and purple pen. You want to hold that purple one? Oh, that's so cool. She has purple. Yay. Yay. Miss Leandra, can I ask you a question? Can you hear me or can I not come back there? Oh. I know she asked to get somebody to help me move those mattresses. I have a doctor's appointment I have to go to first. And then I just noticed they were gone. So am I going to be charged for whoever moved it?
They've been out there since Thursday, and we put notices on all doors a couple of months ago that it's not our responsibility. That's why we have that big trailer back there. So
Yeah, is that in my lease?
you signed a document.
Yeah,
You signed an addendum to the lease.
right. But I told her I had somebody coming to move it. And then y'all chose to move it by yourself. And now I'm being charged. Yeah, and I'm not the one who physically moved it.
But it came out
But
of
the
your house,
person,
right?
right, which it did come out my house.
So whoever decided to move it, you should let them know, hey, you need to put that in.
Yeah, and I did, and I tried to wake them up this morning.
Right? You been passing by since last Thursday, right?
Yeah, they don't come get the trash every single day.
But you see them sitting there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had since Thursday to tell whomever moved those, or
Right.
to get somebody to say, hey, look, you need to move them over there instead of here.
Okay. So I don't see why I'm going to be charged for that. When I told her that I had somebody coming, and it's only been an hour since she knocked on my door, and I don't have that type of money to pay you for $150 a mattress. And then when I talked to the actual waste management company, and I talked to the owner of the company, and I gave them the numbers. Yeah, I gave them the numbers off the actual thing. They said that they don't charge you $150 a mattress. That's unheard of. So I'm trying to figure out why I'm being charged. And she told me to find somebody to move it, and I found somebody to move it, and you chose to move it by yourself. Hold on, Laura.
It's been sitting out there since last Thursday. It's an eyesore. And the fact that...
How is it an eyesore if it's inside the brown thing?
It's supposed to be there. Point blank, period. And you know that because...
Well, my last mattress that I threw away in the same spot, and they came and picked it up perfectly fine, and I did not have this, and this was after your letter.
One of the reasons why I went ahead and I put out that notice that we're not going to continue to pick up your garbage off the floor. We're not going to continue. When your garbage has to go into the garbage can.
Right. And then she said to have somebody move it an hour ago, and I just called somebody to come move it because I'm 9 months pregnant, high risk.
I went ahead and had it moved.
So I shouldn't be charged for that.
That's not my fault. You had all this time.
So okay, so what do I do if it doesn't get
Put
paid?
out there to begin with.
How did it should not be out there?
It shouldn't have been. It should have been.
You should have got the people to come exterminate my apartment when they said, because when they came and exterminated my apartment, that is the case, and that is what happened.
You can go ahead and leave. Please take your baby and go out there, because that's not even the issue. Go out. We're talking about your garbage.
We're talking about my mattress. How is it my garbage
goodbye,
now?
Leandra, goodbye. That's the last time I'm gonna ask you. Goodbye.
What do you mean it's the last time it's gonna ask me?
Because I just said, leave my office. That's what I just said.
It's okay. So what? Can I not get my mailbox key?
When you come back at the meeting at 10, so when the meeting starts at 10, you can get your mailbox key. Hey, baby, come on in.
You are something else. Oh, I already know. And can I have a copy of that lease, please? That's fine. I just asked her if she could make me a copy. That's fine. What you mean you're gonna see me tomorrow?
I'm not gonna do that with these over here. The moment stuff started happening is the moment you need to go ahead and start packing your bags. Because I'm not gonna talk with you over it. I don't care if you don't have no place to go. I'm just gonna evict you because you didn't care enough about the property to take care of it, okay? So
that's all I got for this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it below. I'm kind of late to making this video. I don't care. I get to it when I can. Okay, period. And y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Let's talk. Let's discuss. And have you ever been dating somebody that turned out to be not that somebody that you thought that they were? Like, whole time you dating this person, you thinking that they're this or that, thinking that their name is this or that, and then you find out whole time you've been scammed in some type of way. Let's talk about it. Okay. Inquiring minds need to know.